What is up, beautiful people? Welcome to the Aries season workshop. Thank you for joining me. If this is your first time taking a seasonal workshop, welcome. If you are back, thank you. Thank you for being here. I want to talk today about Aries season. I'm going to talk about the equinox. I'm going to talk about the energetic new year. We are finally in the energetic new year. So this is the new year for real. Like, we already went into January 2023. We've had the lunar new year. So our calendars have been reset. The moon cycle has been reset. But now we get an opportunity to really, truly, and fully, for real, step into 2023. It's important that you understand that Aries season is the first zodiac sign. So Aries season initiates and starts the fresh cycle. So that is where we are right now. If you have your 2023 astro calendar, you can open it up to March, where you can see everything that is happening in March. We've also got your page for notes. I would suggest taking it out now. You can pause this video and you can keep your notes in here. This, with the workbook that comes with the Aries season workshop, is going to be a super helpful tool for you. Okay. If you guys have not yet downloaded it, I also have a special offer for anyone who has taken this workshop. You have until May 1st to use the code New Year, all capitals, all one word, NEWYEAR, one word, New Year, and you'll get 23% off. This calendar is fucking amazing. It is super helpful for so many reasons, so many ways. We've got all this information in here. I'm not going to get too much into this. You can read about it, and the link is below. But if you have yours, pull it out now, make your notes. There's going to be a lot that we're going to cover right now, because this is cardinal energy. This is like the fire starter. Aries is like the scream of the newborn baby, which is like, I am here, and I, in just by virtue of being human, am allowed and supposed to take up space. I have a divine expression that is meant to come through me, and that is my own personal unique medicine, and that is what I came to this world to offer. So in the same way that part of my unique journey and path and skill set, and what I am here to offer the collective, what I am here to do for the collective, is to do this work, is to share wisdom, is to share what has worked for me. It is important that we all figure out our dharma, or our life path, our divine reason for being here. And Aries season allows us to say, fuck it, I'm here to do something, and I'm going to fucking do it. So that cardinal fire, it's the spark. It's what drives us forward. We are now in 2023 for real. So it's go time, babe. We have Mars still in Gemini, and Mars in Gemini is a lot of fire with a lot of air, which is very explosive. It is expansive. It is opportunistic. It is helping us move forward very quickly, and we should be asking a lot of questions. We should be considering a lot of ideas. We should be thinking outside the box. We should be having a lot of conversations, and we should be very open to learning right now. Whatever gives you that spark, whatever makes you feel interested, curious, if you feel a drive towards something, you should really honor that. You should really, really honor that right now. Aries season will start March 20th. I believe on March 21st. Yeah, March 21st, we have a new moon in Aries. And we also have the equinox happening on the same day that we start Aries season. So the equinox in the northern hemisphere, it's the spring equinox. In the southern hemisphere, it is the fall equinox. The equinox is an opportunity for us to understand our shadows and our light. It is an opportunity to understand everything that we still are moving through releasing and everything that we are ready to initiate. The equinox is equal parts night and day, which means equal parts light and dark, shadow and light. I think it's important for us to understand it doesn't matter which side of the hemisphere you're in, because you're going to experience the equinox. We're going to experience both sides of the equinox. All of us are going to experience both sides of the equinox, the initiation and the release, but there's going to be a little bit more of a focus on one or the other, depending on which hemisphere you're in, because you'll notice that the environment around you is representing one of those factors more than the other. So in the Northern Hemisphere, we're moving into spring. This is a great time. Again, this applies to everybody, like the Northern, springtime, and the Southern Hemisphere being in fall. We're all still experiencing it as a collective and individually. But for all of us, it's a really good time to figure out, okay, what am I moving forward with now? Like, I've gone through a lot of learning. We just left Pisces season, which was integration and release. There's a lot of ascension that has been taking place as we move into higher frequencies, as our bodies begin to know how to work with energies differently, as we can hold more energetic space, more opportunity, more responsibility. We have matured in a lot of ways. We understand that our value systems have changed. We understand that what we want, who we want to be with, how we want to collaborate, how we want to provide our friendship, our time, our services, our love. What is the equal exchange? What are we expecting from the people that we are collaborating with, that we are connecting with? All of that has changed. So, and it's supposed to change. Like, that's the whole fucking point of coming here, is that we're moving through this spiralic experience where we're going to come back to a lot of the same or similar experiences or people or energies or emotions, but we know how to navigate them differently each time. And we're supposed to navigate them differently each time. That shows ascension. That shows that we're growing. That shows that we're ready to handle more or to move into a higher frequency. So as we move through this equinox, it's really important for us to recognize that there are so many things that we are stepping into. There are so many new ways of being. And there are so many things that we are letting go of so that we can step deeper into our new chapter. So we can't have both. We can't act in a new way and behave in a new way and have a new routine when we're still stuck in our old routine doing the same old shit that's not serving us. Like, they don't match up. They're two different frequencies. They cannot exist in the same space. They can exist in the same collective space, but for one person to constantly hold on to both of those vibrations, like, you're going to be torn in half, or you're not going to manifest what you want to manifest because your frequency is not tuned enough. So if you are not ready to take yourself seriously, have new boundaries, create new connections, accept more responsibility, take on more ownership and accountability, if you're not ready to handle more money, more resources, more status, more authority or responsibility, then don't make any changes. Then keep doing the same shit and also expect that not much will change. However, if you are ready to expand and accept more of yourself and more of the life that you're moving into, then this is the time to initiate those new cycles, because we are planting the seeds now. We are sparking the ideas. We are moving forward. We are feeling driven and excited, and we are ready. And now is the time to actually take action. Aries is ruled by Mars. Mars is taking action. It's how we move. And right now, with Mars in Gemini, what we say and what we do need to be in alignment. What we think and how we act need to be in alignment. What we want for ourselves, the conversations we're having, the things that we're telling people that we're creating, or the promises that we're making, or the changes that we want to facilitate, we need to see the action. We need to actually have the action in alignment with the words. And that is a huge support right now as we move into Aries season, and we have an opportunity for us to actually create these changes. Like, we're moving into the first zodiac sign of 12. So, like, what do you want for this 12-month cycle? What do you want for this new it's not even like a new chapter. It's like a new book. It's like we are so ready to move into a new way of being. And we also have Saturn right now moving into Pisces. I believe he'll be in Pisces for like 3 years. He's going to teeter back and forth, but like it's a long transit. So there is right now the need for us to move forward while dissolving all of the old self-limiting beliefs and all of the old karma and all of the old things that we're stuck with or stuck in, the loops, the toxic connections, the frameworks that we're still operating in, the old self-limiting beliefs, the ceilings that people have put on us, or the limits that people have put on us, or the projections and the fears that people have put on us. Like, we now understand that a lot of this shit isn't ours, and the stuff that is ours, we can see more clearly and we can take action on clearing it out. And I think there's literally macaws flying ahead right now. I'm in Costa Rica right now, so like the sounds here are wild. Saturn in Pisces is asking us to dissolve all of these harsh edges, all of these rigid ways of being, all of these A plus B equals C. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. And not always. Yeah, there's, yes, it does sometimes. Fuck off. But it's just like, not everything is black and white. And we need to move into a space where there is more gray zone. There is more, and I'm not talking about like with your boundaries. Like, we all need to have harsh boundaries. And like, these are my boundaries. And if you can't match those boundaries, then we can't share space. But that being said, is like also the idea that like, life is hard, or like money doesn't grow on trees, or like I'm not good enough, or I'll never find this partner, or like I don't know, like whatever these limitations are, these boxes that we put ourselves in, like, are they really serving you? As Saturn moves into Pisces, it's like it's time to dissolve that. It's time to understand that there's more fluidity to life. And the equinox is going to have us reflecting on our light bodies and our shadow bodies, and like what we do in high vibration, what we do in low vibration, and how to not hate ourselves for either of those, and how to actually embrace it all, and to understand what makes us tick, to understand our impulses. Because again, Aries is ruled by Mars. Mars rules impulses. What do we fight for? Why do we fight? What are we protecting? Are we protecting things that we should be protecting, or are we protecting things that we think we really want based off of our conditioning, based off of our old ways of being? Well, hopefully Pisces season illuminated a lot of the wounds that are still there, a lot of the old habits, or the escapist behaviors, or the addictions, or the illusions that we still believe. And the harsh reality that comes with them should now also be softening into, you know what, maybe it's also not that serious. Maybe it's also not so bad to let go of these things. Maybe it's not so bad to look at life differently. Maybe I don't need to be stuck in these toxic connections, or I don't need to talk to myself that way, or I don't need to let other people talk to me that fucking way. And it's like, as we move through the restructuring that is naturally happening right now, just as a collective, again, with Saturn moving into Pisces, like we also have Chiron and Jupiter who have just come together in Aries, which is like all of our wounds, our insecurities, our fears, our doubts, our shame, guilt from the past, disappointment, pain. It has all been illuminated, expanded upon. It has been felt, or we are being asked to feel it as deep as we could, so that we can release this, so that we can use these lessons to figure out what our new offering is, so that we can use those lessons to figure out what our medicine is, so that we can use that pain and that experience to figure out how we can use that as a tool to navigate the next steps, to help the people around us, to help ourselves. Like, all of our triggers, all of our pain is only ever showing us the parts of ourselves that need more love and healing, so that we can understand how to integrate that. And then we can take that learning and we can share it with the collective. Aries is on one side of the zodiac wheel, and on the opposite side is Libra. So Aries and Libra share an axis. It's called like AXIS, an axis. And Aries is I. Aries is the first house. It's ruled by Mars. It's me. It's who I am. It's how I show up. It's how I present myself to the world. It's my image. It's my ego. It's how I identify. I am Chris. I am an astrologer. I am a psychic. I am XYZ. And as Chiron and Jupiter have come together in Aries, in the house that rules my identity, my ego, I am able to see where I am still acting out of alignment based on the wounds that I carry, or based on me getting triggered and me responding impulsively. How is that behavior keeping me out of alignment? Or me being easily swayed into doing something I don't really want to do, or being with people I don't really want to be with, or taking on project or responsibilities or something. It's like, where is it that I still, out of my need for acceptance or out of my traumas tied to rejection or abandonment or not feeling good enough or whatever it is, whatever the trauma is, where are my actions out of true alignment with what I really want or desire for myself? And how is it that I am behaving like that? Well, it's because there's all of these wounds that are still being triggered because they have not been looked at yet. And because, or they have been looked at, but not deep enough, not released, not integrated, not accepted. And it's like, Jupiter in Chiron in Aries is helping us experience that, helping us to also see how far we've come because we've been doing that work. Holy shit, these things don't trigger me the same way anymore. Holy shit, I don't really want these people or want these jobs or need these things. Like, my desires are changing, my goals are changing. And that's because we're knowing ourselves deeper and we're healing ourselves deeper. And that is happening right now. The edges are softening right now. And we're also being asked to figure out how to create structure around the dream life that we want to build, how to take new action, to actually take an idea and formulate it. This is all Saturn and Pisces energy. This is happening at the equinox while we're better understanding our light and dark. And our light and dark is directly manifested from our wounds. And those wounds are being shown, or we're seeing how we've already healed a lot of those wounds and where we're at now. And that again is being shown with the Chiron and the Jupiter coming together. And all of this is happening in Aries season, which is allowing us and helping us to reestablish our identity, to relabel ourselves, to reimagine who we are, to drop the old ego and let it die, and to create a new ego, a healthy ego that is, I am a healthy individual. I am focused. I am, good with my time. I have whatever it is, whatever a good version of you feels like. That is right now what we are creating. And that is what Aries season is helping us do. So what's beautiful about this is it's also a time to play. It's also a time to expand and experiment and to just dive in and to go for it. Just fucking go for it is very Aries energy. And laugh. If you make a mistake, laugh. If you fall, get up. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? But we have from March 20th to around April 20th to actually play and engage and take action and try something new and reestablish our routines and get in it, get in the fucking mud. And then, speaking of mud, around April 20th, we'll go into Taurus season and we'll be able to start taking all of the things that did feel good, that did work. We tried this and I liked that. Oh, this made me feel better. And then we get to start actually creating more substance out of it. We get to start manifesting it in a more tangible way, creating a stronger foundation for the future build out of what we are now experimenting. So don't be afraid this season to experiment. It is important that we're taking action, but it's not as important that we're like, well, okay, now with Saturn and Pisces, yes, we want to be taking intentional action always for the next 3 years. The devil is in the details. I might do a whole workshop just on Saturn and Pisces because it's going to be a big, long, intensive transit and a lot of transformation, which is beautiful. But I think I do want to still touch on the fact, and I'm getting a nod from the other side, this is true, that we are meant to experiment and play and just fucking go for it. And if you don't know how to do it, just try. And if you don't know what you're doing, just do it. And if you don't know how it's going to end up, just go for it. It's we should be really boom, 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 try, especially because Aries is ruled by Mars and Mars is in Gemini. I think until the 25th, we have the first 2 weeks. Yeah, until the 25th of March. So from now to actually, I'm filming this on March 12th. So the first 5 days. Okay, so the first 5 days and then there's a bit of an overlap energetically as we move into Cancer. So I would say the first week to 10 days, definitely play. After March 25th, you're going to notice that you're a little more serious about how you want to be protecting the things that you really care for. because Mars in Cancer is going to bring up a lot of like fighting for the people we love and the things that we love, and fighting for our safety and protecting our space is going to be a big thing. But that being said, the overall season of Aries season from March 20th until April 20th will give you an opportunity to really just play again. Aries is like the first zodiac. It's the youngest little spark of energy. So get in there. Once we get into Taurus season, we can figure out how to structure it a little bit better. We can figure out how to like start making it happen in a more tangible way, in a more structured way. But for the next 4 weeks, just get your fucking hands wet, get your feet dirty, get in and play. Yeah, some keywords here for this cardinal fire energy is spark, drive, ideas, passion, lower vibrational expressions of that same fartnal, lol, of that same fartnal energy, lower vibrational expressions of that same cardinal fire energy can be impulsiveness, force. So you could be forcing your opinion on someone else. It can be very like dogmatic, like I know what's best, you're gonna fucking do it. So like watch that energy. It can also be anger, control. A good way to utilize this energy would be to protect or to fight for justice or equality, to take up your God-given space or to protect space so that others can show up and feel comfortable presenting their ideas and their medicine and taking up their rightful space. What else do we got here? Yeah, the first house in modern day astrology is ruled by Aries. And again, it's very it's who I am, how I show up. It's also, it's kind of connected to your personality, really, and your characteristics. So like, how do you feel personally? Like, think of yourself last year at this time. You were just initiating a new version of yourself, even if it was just like, you know, version 2.1 or 2.2, maybe now you're moving into version like 3 or 4.5. Maybe you've like completely reset and you are purging and you are completely reestablishing yourself, which is fucking beautiful. And it's like, who are you now? Who are you now that you were not last year? How do you respond? How do you respect yourself and others? How do you show up? And how do you want to show up next year at this time? Who do you want to be next year at this time? So that now you can use this next 12-month cycle to build towards that version of yourself, to manifest that version of yourself, to manifest that lifestyle, that job, that career, that partner, that money, whatever it is. And it's like, I was literally thinking today, I'm so grateful. I've been crying so much lately, just out of like full gratitude that like, this is my job now. This is my life. Like there's no going back. And it's like the fact that I can just travel and work like this and do things that I love, and that my personality has had to adapt to taking on more responsibility and taking on more accountability and holding so much energetic space and being able to receive so much abundance that I can share that and I can donate and I can pay 25 people to collaborate and work with me and do all these things as we continue to expand. It's like my personality has had to change. The way I look physically has had to change, but the way I look at the people around me and how I engage with energies and how I hold and how I show up to the space, it needs to change. So I'm sharing that as an anecdote for like, you can create whatever you want to create. That was the other thing that was coming through today is like, I have been working at just creating financial abundance and freedom for myself and those around me and the extended collective for years. And I have always said, you know, like, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire. I will get there, I will get there. I am there, I am that, I am these things. And it was always, I am, I am, I am. And that is Aries energy. I am these things. And now I literally am those things. And it's like, you can be those things. You just need to put your energy into that. And it might take 2 years. It might take 5 years. It might take 10 years. But like the paradigm will shift. And we are now planting the seeds for next year's 1 year from now, you will be replanting similar seeds in a new paradigm. So if you can look at next year and you can look at right now, and you have 12 months to build something that will help you shift into a new paradigm, what are you building? And who is the type of person that can hold that lifestyle? What does that person's life look like? What kind of boundaries do they have? How do they behave? What is their routine like? How many hours do they work a day? How much time do they take for themselves? How much do they spend on themselves? How much do they spend on others? How much do they donate? Like every dollar we make from my company, I take 10% for me. That is my 10% to live the most beautiful, wild lifestyle I ever want. And the day that I'm making $100 million, I'm still taking my 10%. And the day that I'm making $1 billion, I'm still taking my 10%. Separate from that, 11%, so that there's 1% more, always goes back to community, just like straight up charity. And then we also have like community outreach programming, artist grants, accessibility grants. Like then we're hiring people, we're expanding. So it's like, I know what type of lifestyle I am creating. I know what type of person I am. I know how I want to move. And I need to actively move like that. Even if it's not real yet, energetically, it's real. And I need to move through it. And that is what right now you are being asked to do. Figure out in a year from now, how much money do you want to be making? Who do you want to be connecting with? How do you want to be moving? How do you want to be living? And now start acting on that. Start moving that energy. Go into Gucci, try things on. Go fucking look at houses. Go try test drive a fancy car. Like, and I know I'm using money as an example. It's the easiest example to excite people. But a lot of people just want like also free time, love, intimacy, connections. And like, I also want all of those things. I just typically reference money because it's like the easiest thing for people to understand and to be like, ooh, money. It's like, whatever. But like, certainly not everything. I will fucking tell you that. And my point is, don't go in there with like, I can't afford Gucci. So why am I going to Gucci? Why am I even trying this on? I feel so stupid. No, bitch, get in there. You're a fucking billionaire. Go try on that fucking Gucci jacket. And when they say, can I ring you up? You're going to say, I'm going to actually come back for this. I just want to keep shopping around. And then you're going to go to Versace and do the same thing. And then do that once a month. Get in the energy, move that energy. You know what I mean? If you need more free time, figure out how to get yourself just an extra 30 minutes a week and then an extra hour a week and start building free time. It's like, this is what we're being called to do. We need to take that action, and all of our old rigid systems, our routines, all of the structure that Saturn in Capricorn, Saturn in Aquarius has been building and forcing on us and keeping us stuck. Now Saturn's moving into Pisces and it's allowing us a little extra wiggle room. It's like, fuck, I can breathe again. You know what I mean? So use all of that energy. Everything I'm describing to you right now is a collective energy that is accessible for you to integrate and to apply into your life so that you can begin to build what it is that you're manifesting. And like, that's a beautiful thing. And give yourself time and patience and figure out who you are now. And then remember, Aries and Libra have a connection. Aries is I, Libra is we. So what do you contribute? How do you contribute? Who do you want to connect with? What type of friends, lovers do you want to call into your life? What type of collaborators, coworkers do you want to call into your life? Find those people. They're fucking out there. They are fucking out there. I'm telling you right now. And the sooner you can continue to hold the vibration and the knowing that you are deserving of all that stuff, you will attract these people. To hold on to it and to attract it faster, you need to be doing the shadow work. You need to be doing the full moon workshops. You need to be doing some therapies. You need to be talking to people. You need to be moving your energy. You need to be doing somatic practice, getting it out of your fascia, out of like sweating it out, crying it out, moving it. You have to be doing the shadow work to actually, like, you can't expand up and out if you're not expanding down and out. Like, it needs to be down and in, and you're clearing, and then you can go up and expand and expand and expand. Like, it only works both ways. You can't have one without the other. So this is the time to do that. This is the time to reestablish the I and figure out what you want to contribute to the we and how you want to do that. And getting specific about the type of we that we want to connect with. I don't want to connect with everybody. Like, I just don't. I have spent way too much time and energy and money on creating a beautiful, peaceful life. And unfortunately, for a lot of people, you're not welcome in my space for an extended period of time, and you're certainly not welcome in my intimate space if you cannot, go through the checklist of like, can you regulate your emotions? Are you respectful? Do you not manipulate people around you? Like, there's a lot of things now that I'm like, I don't want to be around a lot of people because a lot of people are fucking crazy. And it's just like, that's fine. I understand that I'm not for everybody. And I will certainly tell you, everybody ain't for me, babe. And that's okay. And I think it's just like an opportunity for us to really understand that there are certain people who trigger certain parts of myself, whether it's anger, whether it's addiction, whether it's fucking desire, whether it's peace and tranquility. And I now know, and on this equinox can recognize that there are certain connections in my life that trigger the light, the expansion. There are certain connections in my life that trigger the dark and the fear and the regret and the anger and all those things. And the sooner that I can just accept that both of those things are reality and that both of those things are intimately and intrinsically connected to myself, and that is okay, and that is part of how we are wired here. So it's nobody's fault. It's actually beautiful. The sooner I can integrate that knowledge and understand that there are certain things that I don't want to be around, and there are certain things that I do want to be around, then I can establish a boundary. I can then also release any of these old thoughts or ideas that I have to, I have to be for everyone, or everyone needs to accept me, or I have to help these people because I've known them for so long, or because they're family, or because they're this or that. And it's just like, no, I don't. Those are the illusions. Those are the rigid systems that I've believed that are now dissolving. And the idea that I can take new action and that I can integrate and balance out these parts of myself to then move and act and behave in a way that is going to actually create more expansiveness and opportunity and peace and tranquility and flow in my own personal life, which then puts me in a state of flow so that I can move towards more flow and creativity and abundance and love and expressiveness and all these things, which then keeps me in a better flow state because I'm now serving the collective even better than I could before. It's like, that's fucking paradise, babe. So this is where right now we have an opportunity. You're probably gonna have to rewind this and watch this again. I would suggest that, maybe digest, and then like a day or two later, next week, watch this again. But like, there's a lot of information here channeling through. Like, I'm gonna pull some cards too. But like right now, we're in the midst of releasing and beginning again. We are in the midst of literally planting seeds and sowing the seeds that we have already planted. And we get to say, like, do I want to continue working with these people? Do I want to continue this behavior? Do I want to continue these relationships? Or do I want to just start fresh, start fresh, start fresh? For a lot of us, it's going to be both. It's going to be an overlap of, love this, of the Fool card here. It's reversed, which is interesting because it's like, again, we have a little bit of a delay with like really getting into the journey fully. Why is that though? Because we are in Aries season. We are definitely moving forward. The other thing I have here is a 4 of coins. I'm going to pull a clarifier for this one. I've got a 4 of coins here reversed, which again is literally dissolving those boundaries, those barriers. This is a 4. It's a foundation. It's the structures that aren't working in our life. And when we're this way, we're holding on to it. We're holding on to it out of fear that we're not going to be able to replace it, that we're never going to find more money, that we're not going to find the right person, that we're not going to find the good connections. It's a fucking false illusion in your fucking mind. So drop it. Just drop it. It's not real. It's not real. Drop it. Release it. Allow that old structure, that old limiting belief from Saturn to move into Pisces to be dissolved. Allow those edges to soften. Okay? And in that space, drop all of the baggage, all of the emotional burdens, all of the responsibilities that people have projected onto you, the things that are not yours, the false beliefs, the perspectives that don't serve you, the habits, the outdated people, communities, routines, like everything. Just drop it. Just fucking clear it. Because right now we're releasing so much shit so that we can really enjoy this journey and we can move through it with a lighthearted energy. Now, this Fool card is reversed because I still feel that there is so much of an overlap, and this does make sense, that there's so much of an overlap in Aries season because we're just finishing that 2022 energy. We're moving into 2023. So like we've got 2023, we've got 2022, We've got Pisces season with 2022. We've got Aries season with 2023. So it's like these two chapters, but it's not just like you turn the page and it's cut and the left side is the old and the right side is the new. It's like there's an overlap like this. So there's going to be a couple weeks of where that energy is still fluid. It's like if you're born on the cusp, if you're born on the 22nd of October, like, babe, you're not just a Libra, you're a Libra Scorpio, and you're strong Libra Scorpio energy. Like you're accessing both. You should actually watch both of your horoscope readings because you're a cusp baby. You're in the first or the third decan. So like each slice in the sky, like the slice of Aries, in that slice, there's three smaller slices. The first and the third slice, the outside slices, they blend with the other signs. The middle slice, the second decan, that's a pure ass fucking cardinal fire Aries energy. But to the right, the third decan, you're starting to blend with Taurus energy. So they're a little bit different. The first one to the left, they're blending with Pisces. So they're a little bit different. And it's like, that's what you get right now with like, we're in Aries season, we're in the new year. Yes. And we really are here, truly. But there's still a little bit of that residue. There's still a little bit of that overlap. I would say by Gemini season, we will be fucking in it. And like, boom, like we are fucking done. And Taurus season, you're going to really, like, even through Aries season and Taurus season, like you're going to feel better. You're going to feel different. You're, especially with Saturn and Pisces, like it is going to be a different energy. It's going to have different challenges, of course, and different opportunities, which is beautiful. But like, we're in a different energy. So keep that in mind. But we are still in the first sign. And I would say the first sign and a little bit of the second sign, which is going to be Aries and Taurus season, we're going to still have a bit of that residual overlap, just energetically, because everything is fluid. And then by the time we get to Gemini season and we're rolling through, like we're going to be, you won't even fucking remember, you know, like the last 9 fucking seasons, 10 seasons, you'll be like, you're great. Okay, let's see this Fool. Why is this Fool reversed? Yeah, literally the overlap. Oh my God, I love tarot. Look at those 2 cups. He's pouring those 2 cups back and forth, trying to figure out how to balance out all the energies he's experiencing. This is also him preparing for a new long journey ahead. This is a card of sobriety as well, good health, good mental health. Maybe some of you are thinking about taking a break from, maybe you went a little too hard in Pisces season. I mean, I was at Envision Fest. It happens to the best of us. But like, this is also higher knowledge. This is seeing things from a higher perspective, knowing that what is yours will not miss you. It can't, because it's literally yours. Your spot cannot be taken. It's your spot. Like, it's your spot. Other people can try. Other people can try to mimic it. Other people can try to tear you down. Other people can try to steal something from you. If it's yours, it'll come back. If it's yours, it's meant to be. It's in your quantum field. It will be attracted to you. It will manifest. So yeah, I think this is, again, just saying like, allow yourself to be where you're at right now without the need to rush. I didn't say rush. I said take action. I said get excited. I said test things out. I said trial and error. I didn't say run like a chicken with his fucking head cut off, like there's no tomorrow, you're running out of time. Like when you're acting from a space of scarcity because you think you're going to miss out on something, or you think that time is running out, or you think that you don't have enough energy, money, resources, so you have to do it now, so you have to do it now, you have to get it done, you have to, like, that scarcity mindset, that's coming from a place of fear and a place of lack, and that will continue to attract more fear and more lack, because that's what the vibrational imprint is. This is knowing. This is trust. This is, you know, what's meant for you is coming, and that you could try 5 new things or you could try 100 new things. Either way, the door will open and the path will be illuminated, because what is vibrationally yours is only a match for your energetic signature. So it will find you. So when you know that everything is happening as it should, that everything is unfolding as it should, that everything that is meant for you will find you, and everything that is not yours will be released either by you or the universe will take it away, then what is the stress? The only stress comes from holding on. the Four of Coins here. And this is reversed because we should be practicing non-attachment. But the only pain and suffering comes from trying to hold on to something that is not yours because your ego is telling you, no, it is yours. You're not going to find something better. And it's just like that is being reset right now. Remember, Aries season, first house, ego. We are resetting ourselves. So yeah, I definitely think that this is a huge opportunity for us to just fucking allow things to happen, allow things to take place as they should, allow things to naturally unfold. Oh, I love that. On the bottom of the deck, I had a 2 of Wands. Oh my God, and a 10 of Coins. Oh, bitch. Just dream. Dream big. Got an Ace of Swords here with boundaries, clarity, communication, new answers. This is messages, information coming. It was reversed because it's delayed. But right now we have an opportunity. Like this is coming. Like all the clarity, everything's coming. But like right now with the opportunity to create strong long-term foundations and money, we still have the North Node in Taurus, bitch. Money, money, money. What you are thinking, feeling, what you want to act on, where you think abundance or opportunity will come from. It will. Dream fucking big and let that energy into your field. Let that mindset into your field and act on it. Again, behave like you already own $1 million. Behave like you already have a team of 30 people. Behave like you already have, a schedule where you only work 3 hours a week. Behave like you can travel and do whatever the fuck you want and be whoever the fuck you want, and that you are heard and that people respect you, and just move through life like that. Allow that to integrate and infiltrate every fucking square inch of your energetic field and just radiate out from you, and it will come to you. I am living proof, bitch. So it's just like, I'm not sitting here trying to teach you something I don't know. I'm just sharing what has literally worked for me. So fucking do it, babe. Like, look at me wearing all orange. It's Aries season. Light me up, bitch. I'm ready for another meal. I'm ready for 5. I'm ready for 45 new staff members this year. I want a team of 100 people by the end of the year. I want to be wildly successful in more than 5 new countries. I want to be, it's like, and I'm just going to move like that. I'm going to act like that because it's already mine. It's already mine. I'm just waiting for the 3D manifestation to show up. So in order to get there, we're going to do a quick visualization. I also just want to quickly look at the important dates here. So there's more information in the workbook. March 21st, we have the new moon in Aries. Take the new moon workshop. We will get into the details there. March 23rd, Pluto enters Aquarius. Okay, so deep transformation around the new systems that we are establishing. We're also trying to figure out, like, where are we giving too much energy to people? Who is draining us still? And how do we need to stand up and push back on these people and just say, like, fuck that. There could also be an understanding of like where you're giving your power away to people or things outside of you. And it's like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not playing into these systems, even if it's just like a energetic or emotional system, like between you and one person and like a weird dynamic there. It's just like, fuck this. You're not going to keep me in this fucking weird box. I'm blowing myself out of it. On the 25th of March, we have Mars enter Cancer. We talked about that already. We've got basically this drive to really protect the things that make us feel protected, to protect the people we love. I feel like there's a lot of opportunity to protect the things that we want to be nurturing also, and to fight for ourselves, to stand up for ourselves. Also, if you're not registered, I'll try to put the link below. I'll try not to forget. Let me make a note of that. But also my SMS text message service that goes directly to your phone, there's like at least 5 text messages a week, and I talk about a bunch of this stuff. Sorry, I need to put the promo code here at the bottom and the SMS. We also have an SMS promo code. So your first month or something is like $5 or $8 or something. It's only like $11. It's great service. We have like 3,000 people already on it. April 3rd, Mercury enters Taurus. I love this. I believe my Mercury is in Taurus, so this is going to be great. But Actually, that's amazing because then we have 2 weeks until Taurus season. And then in Taurus season, like I said before, where we're going to be figuring out all of the like details and how to really formulate something and bring like resources and tangibility to it. Like Mercury in Taurus is going to help amplify that. So halfway through Aries season, you'll already notice that you're like, oh shit, I can figure out a system that works. I can figure out the details that I need. I am making the right connections and organizing myself in a way that'll help me actually bring abundance into all of these ideas. There's a lot of communication that will be slowing down so that we can get more focused on how we want to communicate and what we want to communicate. And then I believe we will be having a Mercury retrograde later on. I think it's in May, but Mercury's probably beginning to slow down. And in Taurus, Mercury's already slower. It's more detail focused and like, okay, how do we get a structure here? So that's going to be really helpful for us on April 3rd and then forward. April 5th, we have a full moon in Libra, which again is going to be figuring out how we are contributing to the wider collective. And there's going to be a release moment of relationships and things that no longer really connect with us. Take the full moon workshop. I'll talk about it there. And then on the 10th, we have Venus entering Gemini, which I love. That is so playful, creative, excited, a lot of charm, and really just kind of like fun trouble. You know what I mean? So watch yourself, watch your behavior. And then also April 19th, this is all in your workbook. And a lot of this is all, in your calendar as well. April 19th, we have a solar eclipse, a new moon solar eclipse, which is going to be the second new moon in Aries and Taurus. Weird. Is that a new moon? It can't be a new moon in both. April 19th, new moon and solar eclipse in Aries and Taurus. Crazy. It must literally be happening as the seasons change at a degree, like on the cusp of Aries and Taurus. That is wild. Very, very cool. Okay, so I am going to just, shut off my WhatsApp and my Slack here so I don't have any other messages coming through. We are now going to get into the guided meditation, and then we are done. So your workbook will be in your downloads file. Use the code New Year to get your astro calendar. You can also use that code for 23% off of the tarot forecast, which includes, it's like 12 hours of fucking tarot readings for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars. It has a monthly overview for every month. It has a yearly overview. There's pick a piles, yes and no. It's like, that is a great fucking resource. And it's all time stamped and chapters. Like, it's really easy to navigate also. You can use the code New Year for that as well. Or you can get the bundle where you get the calendar and you get the forecast, which is what I would suggest because they're both fucking amazing tools. Seriously. And we've had so many people download that. We get so many emails about them too, like how amazing it is. So yeah, you can use the code on the calendar, the tarot forecast, or the bundle of both. And the text message thing is below if you guys are interested. All right. Get ready. Chill. Maybe pause if you want to light a candle or an incense, or you want to lay down, get a glass of water, whatever. But we are going to do the visualization now, and then we are done. So when you are ready, we will begin with just 3 breaths to come together. So let's inhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold. And release, 2, 3, 4. And this time we're going to inhale. We're going to really relax the jaw. Release our tongue from the roof of our mouth. Maybe release your eyebrows. Let your face relax as we inhale. 2, 3, 4. And we're going to hold. And release. 2, 3, 4. The last time, see if you can get 10% more relaxed. Really trust whatever it is that you're sitting on or laying on. Allow it to hold you. Really fill the belly. Drop your shoulders. Relax your body. Let's inhale. 2, 3, 4. And hold. Suspending the breath. and release. 2, 3, and 4. So I want you to just feel into the space a little bit. If there's any sounds, just observing them without responding. If there's any emotions in the body that you want to just acknowledge without tying a story to it, now's the time. Just checking in with yourself. If there's any thoughts coming through, don't respond to them. Just let them come up and they'll go. Maybe you're feeling more activated today. Maybe you're really relaxed. There's no right or wrong. There's no judgment. It's just how your energy is today. And there's a purpose for that. This is supporting us on our journey. And as we've been talking today, we've been focusing a lot on initiating a new cycle, but I really liked the idea of where we want to be next year and how we want to get there using this cycle so that next year we can really be leveling up. So the first thing I want you to do is to just visualize yourself next year at this time. And I want you to see yourself healthy, independent, self-sufficient, full of joy, appreciation, and gratitude. How do you look? What are you wearing? Are you with someone? Are you by yourself? Are you at your home? Are you traveling? Where do you see yourself? Maybe there's multiple things that you're seeing, but I want you to really feel into that. Feel the emotions. Emotions are energy in motion. So I want you to feel that energy in your body. Feel the emotions in your body, the gratitude, the joy, the appreciation for what you've manifested, for who you've become. And as you witness this future version of yourself, the self that we are moving towards, that we are integrating more and more every day, I want you to bring a piece of that version of yourself back to this present moment. And I want you to ask yourself, what is one thing that you can do, one thing that you can initiate to get you there? What is just one thing? And there can be multiple things later as this year progresses, but what is just one step that you can take to start moving towards, to start acting like this future version of yourself? Is it drinking more water? Having stronger boundaries? Is it waking up earlier or going to bed earlier? Is it changing what you're eating? Is there something you want to learn, something you want to try, something you want to do, something you need to say? What is one thing that you can do to step towards this future version of yourself? And now I want to release all of this. And I want you to see yourself next year experiencing love to the fullest degree. Self-love, love for others. Maybe it's romantic love. Maybe it's just intimate love with friends or deeper connections with family. But I want you to see yourself. Maybe you've released certain people, you've outgrown them, you've created boundaries, you've healed, whatever it is. I want you to see yourself experiencing the highest level, the highest expression of love that you could possibly feel. I want you to feel that in your body. Appreciation and the knowing that you can trust the people around you, that you are heard, that you are cared for, that you are appreciated. I want you to feel all of that energy in your body. And I want you to understand that this is the direction you're moving in. This is what you are manifesting now. And as you feel that level of joy and appreciation and care for yourself, for others, from others, I want you to take a small piece of that back to this moment. And I want you to ask yourself, what is one thing that you can do to start moving in that direction? Is it creating better boundaries? Is it forgiving yourself for something? Is it forgiving someone else, or maybe accepting help, or maybe making a phone call, or having a conversation, or putting yourself out there more? What is it that you could do now? One thing to start, and later you can add more, but just one thing to start moving towards that version of yourself. What could it be? And as we release this energy and this visualization, I want you to take a second to think about where you want to be a year from now with your career, with your job, with the collaborations that you're working on, with maybe it's creative expression, or it's something that you've just been dying to start, you've been excited to share, you've been trying to create, and you've been delaying it for whatever reason, or whatever it is. Where do you want to be in a year from now? Self-sufficient. I want you to see yourself and feel that emotion, feel that energy in your body, that you've created something incredible. Or maybe that you work less hours and you have way more free time. Or that you're volunteering, you're connecting with and collaborating with community, and you're helping other people, you're enhancing the lives of others, and you're feeling fucking great about it. I want you to just see yourself there. Maybe it's a promotion that you've been working towards, or a business you want to set up, a project you want to start, whatever it is. I want you to see yourself there, feeling accomplished, feeling like you've got it, feeling like you're already doing it, and feeling so grateful that it's yours. And then I want you to take a small piece of this energy back to the present moment. And I want you to ask yourself, what is one thing that you can do now to move you towards this energy? What is one step that you can take to begin manifesting this version of yourself, manifesting this lifestyle, manifesting this career, this creative project? What is just one thing that you can do? And as we release this back to the universe, I want us to just take one deep breath, locking all of this energy into the subconscious mind, these visuals, the understanding, the clarity of what we need to do with just one step. I want to inhale as we lock that into the body and our energetic field. So let's inhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold. And we exhale, 2, 3, and 4. And I invite you to bring some gentle movement back into the body. I invite you to wiggle your hands, your fingers, your toes, stretch out your neck. And when you're ready, welcome back into the space. All right, guys, welcome back. Sorry, I had to pause the recording and mute myself because they all of a sudden the fucking dump truck showed up outside. So whatever. I'm also trying to just release the idea of control. I don't have control over the dump truck outside. You know what I mean? So I hope that helped. You can come back and do this meditation at any time ever. I also would suggest watching this workshop again. Definitely, if you get the calendar, print it, get it bound like mine. They printed it on both sides. It is beautiful. and informative. And it's amazing to keep your notes in. So this will be for August. So we've got a space for our August notes, etc. If you're interested and you don't have it yet, you can download it below. Use the code for the bundle, for the tarot forecast, for whatever you want. Please leave some comments below. I love reading your comments, seeing what's resonating, what it feels like for you right now, because we're all experiencing this collective energy, but it does affect us all individually and a little bit different because we all have our own unique birth chart. So yeah, let me know how Aries season is going, what you're excited for, maybe what boundaries and crazy shit we're now dissolving as Saturn moves into Pisces, how we can put more structure to our dreams as we're trying to build this new future. Not trying, as we are building this new future. And yeah, I'm sending you guys so much love, so much luck. I am here for you. You will find me on the gram. We've got more than enough resources to support you. This is going to be an incredible fucking year, and I'm so excited to be on this journey with you. So thank you so much. And yeah, just fucking do it, babe. Okay. I love you. I'll see you soon. Ciao. And thank you to the interpreter. Bye.